let's look at this one more time. Grab, contain the arm, hold down the shoulder, legs up, swing it around, and roll back. Well, what happens here in this position? Generally, two things happen. Number one, he locks his arms out, keeps me from pulling this back. Number two, when I swing this leg around, he'll stack me up. So I get to here, and he stacks my weight up and has me here. So that's the second thing that can happen. So we're gonna address those two things for you. The way we're gonna do that is through submission change, the use of submission change. I contain the arm. Let's look at the first one, where he just puts his arms together, just locks his hands out. Contain the arm, get to here, throw the arm bar on, he stops me. Let's look at several options at this point. One, look at my hand positioning was already here. That sets you up for a figure four forearm crush. This hand comes to the wrist. He's already pulling his energy that way, so help him out a little bit. Jam your thumb to your chest. You've really got to bring the knife edge of this arm deep into the crevice of his elbow. So I'm here. Don't put your thumb around him either. Put your thumb right there so I can let go quickly if I need to. Jam this in, and you're here. If he lets go at this point, you got an arm bar. If he does not let go at this point, I want you to rev your hands. This hand is just like revving a motorcycle, but backwards. This hand is going to go like that. This hand is going to go like that. So this hand is here, this hand is here. Jam it in there. Lock him out in your figure four and rev. And he taps. I've come across the guy who doesn't tap. So what do you do against that guy? You get to this position. I'm not applying quite as much pressure now. You turn the thumb up. And that drives that knife edge into his forearm. Very, very painful. What happens though? You get up on the big guys, get a lot of meat on his arms. He doesn't tap. I've seen several variations. A couple where you can bring the foot into here and try to use this. This is a lever and pop this off. But against when you're my size against someone Damon's size, that oftentimes doesn't work. I've also seen people shift the foot in here, come behind here, and go for the triangle choke. But what we're going to do is a little different. We're going to do our move based on simplicity. So again, keeping simplicity in mind, I'm already in this position. One of the easiest things that I can do, instead of trying to get in here and fight this, or try to insert my foot into this small area, it's just very difficult to do when you're going live. It's okay like this, but when you're going live, it's a tough thing to do. Well, that's something a lot easier. It's just to bring this foot to here and shift the body at 45. Notice that I leave this hand here. It helps me contain this arm. And I come with my chest high here, watching his legs. Reach under the head, small of the neck. That way if he doesn't bring his, he's not going to bring his head up for me. So I just bring it right under there. Grab my own ankle, pinch your elbow in, you crank, and he's going to tap. If you get in here, and again, you're still maintaining this figure four. Okay, I just need to figure forward a couple things at once. If he's not tapped at this point, arch your back into like a ball, like a yoga ball or something, and roll backwards right into the triangle. It's not a real choking triangle, but it's almost like a neck crank, but it's very, very extremely controllable. You know, let's look at the second option. Let's look what happens when this guy stacks instead of just putting his hands together. He stacks me up on the arm bar, rolls me in here. He's still probably going to try to keep this arm bent because if he extends it at all, I can arch him out here for an arm bar. So he's still going to try to keep a bend in this. Same thing applies to the figure four forearm crush I showed you a moment ago. If he's pushing his energy in that way to keep a bend, take it that way. You can still take the same move from this position, just like the arm bar, obviously. Another one. What if he's standing here though and he's locked it out? He's got his hands locked out with both. He's got both hands locked out there. Same thing applies as we did before. Shift this over, grab the head. You have a good try. Notice when his counter to the arm bar, he doesn't want to let me get past this 90-degree angle. If I get in past here, he's probably done. Even if even the side variation. So you'll notice to prevent that from happening, When I start to take the arm this way, he rolls with it, keeping it at a 90-degree angle, not letting me get it extended. So you'll see him do that this time when I take the arm bar. We'll do it a little bit slow so you can see what's going on. Control, opposite arm. The right arm to right arm, cross arm. Okay? Here, here. Pick this leg up, swing this leg around the head. Here. He stacks you up. Again, same things are applying. Your figures forearm crush. There. So you can always take this into an arm, the back of an arm bar at any time. We're going to show you another option. This is one of my favorites. I don't ride a chicken to the gym every day for nothing. These legs come in handy every once in a while. So I'm going to show you how to put them to work for you. Again, once again, same thing applies. Contain the arm here, cross-side, press it down, get your pressure on, stay low, swing this around. He stacks you up. As soon as he starts stacking you, you're going to, now really you should do it before this point, but I'm trying to slow it down for you. Bring this foot down to the hip and shift your hips back to his hip and shift your hips under as you grab the back of his head. Right here. You've got a nice submission. Let's look at it a little more in real time. Notice I'm already doing it. I know what the reaction is. I know what common reactions to an armbar are, so I'm already prepared for this. So I feel him roll me over. I know what he's going to do, so I'm a step ahead of him at this point. So we're here. I'm already shifting it under and grabbing. You see that? This knee comes, let this go. This knee comes up to protect me from strikes at this point. He starts striking it and it comes up. I can bring it. He pulls it back to strike again. I can bring it up and catch it here. And again, he's not going to get out of this. Why is he not going to get out of it? If you do it right, you hit that gag reflex. Once again, you're right on the Adam's apple, and you don't have time to. It's not as a choke. Going to take 6 seconds to take my air and take my my blood. It's gagging you because it's on your Adam's apple.